There's a quiet moment many people over 60 know well. The morning is still, the house is calm, and in your hands is a warm cup of coffee. It feels comforting, familiar, almost like a trusted friend that has been with you for decades. But what if I told you that the way you drink that coffee every day could slowly be working against your heart, your brain, even your sleep, without you realizing it? I've sat with many older patients who told me the same thing. Doctor, I only drink coffee. How could that be the problem? And yet, when we gently looked closer, small habits, things they had done for years, were quietly affecting their blood pressure, their energy, even their risk of stroke. Coffee itself is not the enemy. In fact, when used correctly, it can be incredibly beneficial, improving alertness, supporting brain function, and even helping protect against certain diseases. But here's the truth most people never hear. It's not the coffee, it's how and when you drink it. And for seniors, these details matter more than ever, because your body at 60, 70, or 80 does not process caffeine the same way it did at 30. Your heart becomes more sensitive, your sleep becomes lighter, your blood vessels respond differently, and what once felt harmless can quietly become harmful. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 3 of the worst coffee drinking habits that many seniors unknowingly follow every single day. Habits that can increase your risk of heart issues, poor sleep, anxiety, and even memory problems. But more importantly, I will also share 3 powerful doctor-recommended coffee habits that can actually support your health, improve your energy, and help you feel sharper and more in control of your day. Stay with me because one simple change could make a bigger difference than you expect. Now let's go a little deeper, because this is where most people begin to realize that their daily routine may not be as harmless as it feels. One of the most common habits I see in seniors is drinking coffee first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It feels natural, almost automatic. You wake up, head to the kitchen, and that first sip feels like it wakes your entire body up. But inside, something very different is happening. When you drink coffee on an empty stomach, your body experiences a sudden spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. Now, cortisol is not always bad. In fact, your body naturally produces it in the morning to help you wake up. But when you add caffeine on top of that, especially without any food, it can overstimulate your system. Over time, this can lead to increased anxiety, digestive discomfort, and even unstable blood sugar levels, something that becomes more risky as we age. I remember a patient in his late 60s who complained of feeling shaky and restless every morning. He thought it was just getting older. But when we adjusted one simple habit, having a light breakfast, before his coffee, those symptoms began to fade within days. Small changes, powerful results. Another habit that often goes unnoticed is drinking coffee too late in the day. Many seniors tell me, "Doctor, I've been drinking evening coffee my whole life. It doesn't affect me." But the truth is, your body may not show it in obvious ways. As we age, our ability to metabolize caffeine slows down. That cup of coffee at 5 or 6 p.m. may still be circulating in your system at bedtime, quietly interfering with your deep sleep. And even if you fall asleep, the quality of that sleep is often reduced. This can lead to daytime fatigue, memory fog, and even increased blood pressure over time. And here's something important that many people misunderstand feeling. Used to coffee does not mean it's not affecting you. It simply means your body has adapted, often by hiding the symptoms. Then there's a third habit that might surprise you: relying on coffee as a replacement for proper hydration. Many seniors unintentionally drink several cups of coffee throughout the day but very little water. While coffee does contain fluids, caffeine can have a mild diuretic effect, meaning it may lead your body to lose more water than it takes in. Dehydration in older adults can show up in subtle ways: fatigue, dizziness, confusion, even increased risk of falls. And sometimes, people mistake these signs as normal aging, when in reality, the body is simply asking for proper hydration. So when we step back and look at these habits together, coffee on an empty stomach, coffee too late in the day, and using coffee instead of water, we begin to see a pattern. It's not about fear. It's about awareness. Because once you understand what's really happening inside your body, you gain something very powerful: the ability to make small, meaningful changes that can protect your health for years to come. And in the next part, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Simple, realistic habits you can follow every day to enjoy your coffee safely, without giving it up. Now let's gently shift from what might be harming you to what can truly help you. Because the goal is not to take away your coffee. It's to help you enjoy it in a way that supports your body, not stresses it. The first powerful habit is simple, but incredibly effective. Never drink coffee on a completely empty stomach. Even something small, a slice of whole grain toast, a handful of nuts, or a boiled egg, can make a big difference. When you eat first, your body absorbs caffeine more gradually, preventing that sudden spike in stress hormones. This helps protect your digestion, stabilize your energy, and keep your heart rhythm calmer throughout the day. I often tell my patients, think of your stomach like a gentle system that needs preparation. When coffee enters an empty stomach, it can feel like a shock. But when there is even a small amount of food, your body handles it with much more balance. And over time, this one habit alone can reduce that jittery, uneasy feeling many seniors quietly live with. The second habit is about timing, and this one can transform your sleep more than you might expect. Try to keep your last cup of coffee at least 6 to 8 hours before bedtime. For many seniors, this means avoiding coffee after mid-afternoon. It may feel difficult at first, especially if you're used to an evening cup, but your body will thank you. I've seen people struggle with poor sleep for years, thinking it was just part of aging. But once they adjusted their coffee timing, they began to fall asleep faster, wake up less during the night, and feel more refreshed in the morning. Good sleep is not a luxury. It is one of the most powerful tools your body has to repair itself. The third habit is one that many people overlook. Balancing coffee with proper hydration. For every cup of coffee you drink, try to have a glass of water alongside it or shortly after. This simple pairing helps your body stay hydrated, supports your kidneys, and reduces the risk of dizziness and fatigue. You don't need to give up coffee to take care of your body. You just need to give your body what it needs alongside it. Think of it as teamwork coffee for alertness, water for balance. And here's another gentle reminder: moderation matters. 2 to 3 cups a day is generally safe for most healthy seniors. But more than that can begin to strain your heart and nervous system, especially if you are sensitive to caffeine. Also, pay attention to what you add into your coffee. Excess sugar and heavy cream can quietly turn a simple cup into something that affects your weight, blood sugar, and heart health. A small adjustment here can have long-term benefits you may not immediately notice, but your body will. As you begin to apply these habits, you may start to feel subtle changes: steadier energy, calmer mornings, clearer thinking, better sleep. These are quiet improvements, but they are meaningful. And in the final part, I want to bring everything together for you. Not just as advice, but as a message of reassurance and control over your health, no matter your age. There's something deeply comforting about holding on to small daily rituals, especially the ones that have been part of your life for years. Coffee, for many seniors, is not just a drink. It's a moment of peace, a sense of normalcy, a quiet companion in the early hours of the day. And the goal was never to take that away from you. It was simply to help you see that even the most familiar habits can be gently adjusted to protect your health, your energy, and your independence. Because the truth is, your body is always speaking to you, sometimes softly, through fatigue, restless sleep, or a slight sense of unease, and other times more clearly, through changes in blood pressure, heart rhythm, or focus. These are not signs to fear. They are signals to listen. When you avoid drinking coffee on an empty stomach, you give your body stability. When you respect the timing and allow your system to rest in the evening, you protect your sleep, and in turn, your heart and brain. And when you stay hydrated, you support every system in your body, from your circulation to your balance. These are not complicated changes, but they are powerful. And perhaps the most important message I want to leave you with is this: aging does not mean losing control. It means becoming more aware, more intentional, and more caring toward your body than ever before. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to give up everything you enjoy. You just need to make small, thoughtful choices. Again and again. Because over time, those small choices become your strength. They become your protection. They become your quality of life. So the next time you prepare your coffee, pause for just a moment. Ask yourself, am I supporting my body or simply following an old habit? That one question can change everything. If this message helped you in any way, consider sharing it with someone you care about. And if you'd like more simple, trustworthy health guidance designed especially for seniors, you're always welcome here. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.